Morning, morning. So we decided to be wimps.
Not wimps. It's raining.
So-
Raining really hard.
It is. So it's 9:30. Checkout was at 10. We're staying at the Marlin Motel in Pahia. And as you know, I don't like rain. And I know, it's New Zealand. You're going to have to get used to rain, Constantine. But I really don't like rain. And when I'm in a comfortable spot, it makes it that much harder to go through the rain. Like if I was walking in the rain, I accept my fate. But being in a comfortable spot, I don't want to accept my fate. So we went back and forth for about half an hour on whether to zero today or not. Physically, we're both feeling fine. The arch of my foot has stretched out enough. It's still tight, but it's not because of any physicality pain. It's more so, one, the big reason, the rain. Two, we're not going to have a chance to stop in like this nice of a quote-unquote motel for a while now. We actually have a couch and a kitchen, and I think the next time we have a motel is like getting close to Auckland. So we debated the 0 day for a while, and another reason we wanted to get stepping today is no disrespect or any feelings towards the bubble of 20 hikers we were in. Again, every person individually was a great person. It's just our type of hiking, we don't necessarily like being in that big of a bubble. Like having a good trail family of 4, 5, 6 is like our sweet spot. And like 20 people is just like resources for towns are harder. Camping is harder. Conversation can be harder in a group of 20 people because it just bounces around all the time. So like we were really wanting to get ahead of that group of 20. I think they're in Keri right now. So they are either going to be arriving into Pahia today or they're going to be zeroing in Keri. So that was another reason we bounced on it. And then we were chatting and we're like, people know this. You don't let other folks dictate your hike. And again, it's not saying that we were basing like these harsh feelings on the other hikers. It was our own internal feelings saying like, the way we love hiking is, I described this already, hiking in a crew of 4, 5, 6 people. Like once you get past a 6-person crew, it becomes more difficult for the reasons I described. So that was kind of part of the decision-making process. I was going to leave that out, but in all honesty, I try to give you all the honest feelings here. So that was part of the decision process of what was going to push us out into the rain. And then I was like, you know what? It is going to be what it is. If they come into town today, we'll see them, be able to have some friendly chats with them, whatnot. And then tomorrow we'll be able to hopefully step off some miles and get a little bit ahead again. So yeah, didn't expect to zero. Today is day 9. We have done, Pahia is at official mile 151. But with the alternates we've taken, I think we've hiked 160 miles. So getting into town yesterday, we were averaging right at 20. But the first day was like a 2-hour hike of 7 miles. So this will bring our average down. We need to hold a 21.6 average to finish the hike. But we're pretty confident. Again, there's a lot of reasons. I described all the reasons why we chose to zero. Now I'm just trying to rationalize it to myself. I just don't like rain. How do you feel about the rain?
It's raining really hard.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain harder tomorrow.
Whatever.
But for now, we'll be dry. And knowing Pahia, it's going to rain like this for like a few hours and then get better, but I don't know. All right, 0 day, time to work. This morning I was doing a lot of pizza box editing. What is pizza box editing, you ask? It is when you don't have any scrap paper, so you decide to write notes on a pizza box. Show notes for the podcast. So that's what pizza box editing is. Thankfully, downstairs they gave me some scrap paper I can use. But yeah, today will just be filled with editing. No what's the film term? Continuity in filming, because my phone is all glitchy for some reason this morning. So no continuity, and maybe eating, not full hiker hunger eating, but maybe just chowing down on some snacks. Work, snacks, couch, snuggles. I don't know. 0 day. All right, so it is about 12:30. And it's not going to be a super exciting video for y'all, so please feel free to skip whatever you want to skip. It's not a hiking video, so do what you want, but I always try to film each day on the hike. So yeah, like about 12:30, like I said, just finished up listening to and editing 4 podcasts for Off Trail. So helps get some work off my plate for future Constantine. Didn't help in the moment Constantine because I wanted to just relax, but oh well. So yeah, it's afternoon time now and it's sunny. Yeah. Should have known better. But again, you always do hindsight's 2020 once you start chilling. Like, we could have hiked today, it would have been fine, but getting that work done was a necessity. I could have delayed it again until the next time, but then felt more stressed. And then also, like, even though I said our bodies aren't really needing it right now, it's good to preemptively give them rest. We went somewhat hard in the paint for breaking back into trail. Even though we weren't crushing miles, we still did some big mile days in there with regular miles. But even though our body doesn't feel like it needs it, preemptive rest is fine. It's now more about controlling the antsy brain. So we're both kind of second guessing ourselves.
I'm not feeling antsy though.
Oh, she's not feeling antsy, she said.
You're the one that gets antsy.
No, that's not true. So we'll probably go into town here shortly, maybe. Grab ourselves some lunch, couple snacks, and do nothing. Do absolutely nothing. That's what a zero is about. So, like, there are TAers in town, definitely. So, like, shout out Brother Bear and Cinnamon that we had met earlier. And I think if you watch yesterday's video, you'll have seen that. I think they're staying in town today at a motel. They said yesterday they were staying at a campground, and then today at a motel, just to kind of give themselves that quote-unquote luxury. So they're somewhere in town. That big crew that I mentioned coming from Cary, don't know. They either zeroed in Cary or maybe half of them came here, half of them didn't. They're technically right now looking at trying to avoid some road walks on the North Island, so they might not even be doing the trail south of Pahia. They might be doing something, Pahia, so they might not be doing something else. So there's a lot of factors. We could go try to find hikers, but they find us on trail, we find them on trail, so it's not a big thing right now. So just chilling. Gonna probably eat soon. Good stuff. Please feel free to skip the 0-day videos if you don't just like my rambles and discussing in detail stuff. That's kind of what it's about. So yeah, I have eaten 2 sad, slimy, not slimy, wet. I would say wet. Slimy's not a great word for it. 2 wet hard-boiled eggs. I call them my depression eggs. I cried a little bit while it was raining to match the moisture in there. It's not my fault. Like, you adapt, right? So the body adapted to the moisture in the air. So a couple tears rolled down while I was eating the wet egg. The tears matched the egg. But I did get 2 hard-boiled down eggs. I actually really did enjoy them, even with the tears. Not even a chuckle from Magpie.
I'm not paying attention.
She didn't even hear the joke.
I bet your phone's already glitched.
Oh no, it's doing good.
Huh?
You glitched.